Bert Kreischer is here. Bert wanted to replace or put in a new soundbite for you while you were
Bert
gone.
may have different ideas. Well,
What's your pleasure, young fella?
So stupid.
fits in perfectly.
So stupid.
I wonder. There's got to be an app where it's a soundbite app where you can just have those in your life.
You can just have soundbite. I get Dub Smash.
What's that?
I like, I've seen, there's one person I follow on Instagram. Is that where they fucking mouth the lyrics to stuff?
Yeah,
She's
it's-
really good at it. Like,
Yeah.
it's very, very entertaining.
I bet you're following her just because you like Dub Smash.
No, I followed her because she used to work in a restaurant I would go into like fucking 3 times a week.
Uh-huh.
And she lives with a guy. There's no shot. But I just enjoy her Dub Smash.
Who is this person?
Some chick who's good at dub smashing.
Yeah, she's like really, that's how I heard of it.
What's dub smash? I don't even know what dub smashing
So
is.
Dub Smash is like they take
They
5
take
seconds.
things and you lip it.
Why would you interrupt my explanation for a bad one?
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
So-
you got to go ahead.
Dub Smash is when they take like
It's like
5.
singing along. I'm helping.
No, you're not.
I'm lobbing up the softball.
No,
for
you're
you.
not.
Go ahead. Sorry, Sam.
It's when they'll take like 5 seconds of a
Right,
song, or like a movie quote
A
or
movie
something.
quote or something. You put your own audio in.
And no, you don't put your own
You move
audio
your
in.
lips.
No, it's it's like you put
Boom.
you make it a selfie.
Yeah.
So like you're videotaping
yes, you do.
yourself.
And then it moves your mouth to this stuff.
No, it doesn't move your mouth.
Sure it does.
And then you play the audio. It plays it on your phone, and then you lip sync it and it records.
That's what I say.
And then you post the video.
And then I wonder, whatever you want to dub smash to. Is that how it works?
You're just singing. I wonder who.
yeah.
Who wrote the Book of Love?
That's right.
That's not on Dub Smash.
Why not?
Nobody listens to that
I
song
don't know
anymore.
any of the songs on Dub Smash. I never know how they rap so fast. Like, what the fuck is it? It's
not
a
like the
brilliant
old-
app, though.
50s rock and roll.
Yeah, I have an app idea, but I'm afraid to say because people will take it.
Well, I know actually a guy. His name's Eddie Q, and he may be able to help you out with it if you want to just share it with me.
My app, it's stupid. It's where like you're gonna put the camera on yourself.
Yeah.
And like it's gonna make your hair look blonde, and then it just says blondes have more fun.
That's the whole app.
That's the whole app.
Your app is a Snapchat filter.
No, it's not.
Yes,
They don't
it
have
is.
that one.
They could easily have that one.
have that
No,
one?
they don't.
They definitely do.
Blondes have more fun. It's a $30 app.
Total waste.
But wait,
That's-
what are you going to sell to all the blonde people?
Yeah, what if you already have blonde hair?
Well, then it's just a confirmation of what we already knew.
It's a waste of time.
Not a waste of time.
Are you looking up Dub Smash right now, Bert?
Where did cheese go?
This is dub smash?
Yes.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
Are you? Where'd the cheese go?
Where did cheese go? I don't know.
This
Where
can't,
did cheese go? I don't know.
I don't know.
Where did cheese go?
this can't be it. It's only got 7 stars, 7 ratings
Out of how many?
out of.
No, that's not it.
No, Dub Smash
this
is a
it?
very, very popular app.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's Dub Smash.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
I wanted to do an app called Bert's Bars, and it was just airport bars and what time they open.
It's fun. I like how you're making your alcoholism a cottage industry.
Every time I go to an airport, I'm like, what
Bert.
fucking time does this bar open?
I wish I had an app for that.
Yeah, I just tell you all the airport bars and what
Yeah.
time they open.
Well, what do they? I guess they open at what time do they open? 10 a.m.
Well, no, Jim. In LA, they open at 6 o'clock,
In the morning?
6 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
6 a.m. is probably the best that we got around. There's other like little eccentricities about bars. Like you can carry beers around the Chicago airport.
Huh.
Which is really nice.
Now,
'Cause-
would there be a fun fact section of Bert's Bars so you could find out little tidbits like that?
Yeah, hey, we're in the Miami airport. Bert threw up in this bathroom.
Yeah.
I did throw up one time in a bathroom.
You did?
Yeah, I just done Paul and Young Ron, and they had a bunch of beer on radio, and I had to catch a flight. And I got there, and I was like still nervous, and I couldn't get a buzz, and I was like, it just was like wasn't working.
By the way, about 40 minutes ago, you said you do not puke when you drink.
I know.
Did
and
he
I
say
just-
that,
I
Sam?
just-
Did
I
he
just
say
said-
that?
I just said I did puke one
Ah.
You're not so smart now, are you?
time. I just realized Jim's Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. He's with the robbers coming in with his thing.
Just hitting pause and stuff. Not,
You filthy whore!
Get out of here, you filthy animal.
Get out of here, filthy animal.
That's right.
I'm going to give you to the count of 10 before I pump your guts full of lead.
But yeah, I was so I tried to drink vodka sodas, but it wasn't working, and so I had a lollipop in my mouth because I was feeling
He
nauseous.
said lollipop in air quotes.
Yeah. And I went into the bathroom and I dropped my pants down, and it was in the Admirals Club. And as soon as it was a private bathroom, like for families. I'm gonna throw up telling the story. And I just as soon as I dropped my pants down, I threw up over my pants. But I didn't get any on me, and I was like, no harm, no foul.
How do you fly?
So it
like
just
that
went
when
all
you're
over the
drunk?
floor?
I stopped drinking on
makes you
planes
sick.
for a period of time.
Doesn't the turbulence make you want to fucking puke in a bag?
Oh no. I've been drinking on planes for as long as I've ever flown. I do have a genuine fear of flying, but I stopped for a period of time, and I was totally cool. And I don't know what was going on, if it was something about my diet or what, but I was like not getting panic, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. And I did like maybe 5 flights like that.
What'd you change on your diet?
I have
Eating
no-
Valium.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what, I was not drinking the night before the flight.
Oh.
And I was taking a Xanax the night before a flight to sleep good, and I was waking up pretty chill.
So it was the effects were kind of holding over.
I think they were carried over. And then I did it one night without taking a Xanax, and I got on the plane and I was fucking white knuckling it. And I was like, dude, I'm telling you when I say this, and it's sad to say, but like there have been times where I'm trying to fly sober where I just start crying and I'm like, why can't I do this? Like, I'm not even fucking around. I put on
good.
sunglasses and I'm like, why the fuck is my brain doing this? Where it's literally, I go, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying right now. I'm dying.
This might help. They say you're safer in a plane than you are in a car. Ever hear that? Ever hear that?
No, I think Jim has a joke about this from 17 years ago.
I probably do.
Yeah, but
I was afraid of flying.
but in a car you don't fall 30,000 feet to your death.
Yeah,
That's okay. That's a good
one of my
counterpoint.
dumb old jokes. Yeah.
I remember that joke because I was like, I think of that joke every time I fly.
You just take it as
that little
sage advice now.
Dude, Jim had like 2 or 3 jokes when I first started that I was like, the kind of like that I just come up in your life where you go, like you had this joke about a sniper, and you're like, what about his parents? Don't you think his parents would be proud of him?
Did I? I don't remember. The DC snipers, maybe?
No. This was before the DC snipers. But that
you go like you had this joke about a sniper and his parents being proud of him. In my mind, I'm thinking military guy who's fighting for his country, and you're like parents being proud of him. Was he the DC sniper?
Well, no. I'm trying to. Why would I talk about snipers?
It was before the DC sniper. It was about a race, and a guy got towards the end of the race, and a sniper shot him, and you were like.
Wow, I don't remember.
Yeah, that and the airplane joke of falling 30,000 feet.
I have no idea.
I think of that on planes all the fucking time.
Yeah,
Have you thought about drinking less at all? It seems because
that's true.
in general.
Yeah, yeah. I was not drinking for the last month.
Oh, come on, Bert.
Yeah.
He tried.
If I want my prick gold, I'll do it myself.
No.
But now you're here celebrating.
Well, yeah, and then I had fucking things get away from me at times.
They do. They
Yeah.
do.
Oh, it's fun.
You lose track. What do you do?
It's New York, man.
Right. It's called a fun city.
Yeah. Who the fuck? There's no driving anywhere.
Right.
Language. This is my house.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, he cursed.
Oh. Sometimes he hits the buttons by mistake.
No.
Because I saw a video of you. It just popped up. My buddy Ralph Sutton. He posted a video of you shirtless lifting weights last night.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
Shit gets weird, man.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm fucking swole.
Yeah, no, I could tell. You look great.
I'm woke.
Woke is a different thing. Stop trying to sneak in
What's woke?
young vernacular. One doesn't apply to the other.
What's woke?
Woke means like you're like aware of like you're
That's right.
on a different level of consciousness.
Oh,
like,
you're
Right.
woke?
I'm woke.
But it's swole and woke don't mean they're not.
Sure they do. He's
no,
swollen. I'm woke.
He's swole and woke in the morning.
That's right.
I'm yoked and woke.
Right. Like yoked is what you would have been going for
No,
there.
I'm swollen. I'm woke. He's swollen.
Swollen.
Yeah, when I woke, I got
You're
swollen.
looking very swollen today.
Yeah, we were at Ralph's and we were lifting weights. So they were doing a podcast, and I was like, might as well just bang out some buys.
Right.
And so we started doing biceps, and then Lewis thought he could beat me in a forearm raised. But what he doesn't know is that, so little tidbit, when I was not deserving of headlining, what I would like, but I still was headlining and I was insecure about my act. What I would do is make sure at the end of every show, I'd take everyone to the bar and we'd compete in contests. And so I'd say,
Because you wanted to, you mean the audience?
the audience. I'd
Because
say,
you wanted
guys,
to beat the audience at contests. That way they knew that it was worth paying the ticket for.
No. What I wanted to do is take them to the bar so they'd keep drinking, and then my bar sales would be bigger than anyone else's. And so
So the club you're tricking.
the club loved
I
it.
understand.
The clubs loved it because I'd take 200 people into the bar and we'd play games. One of the games we'd do is we'd hold beer steins at either like straight out with your arms straight out or at your sides in this Christ pose, and we'd see who could do it the most. It was a $20 buy-in. We'd have like 40 guys doing it, and the winner got the whole pot. I won every time because all I did was those fucking exercises. So I was land sharking them.
So you were good.
Yeah, and so I beat Lewis last night.
You did.
Of course.
Did you take
Gomez?
pride in that?
We had 30-pound weights, and I had 4 of them. And, Lewis is like a fucking workout guy.
Louis
Right.
Gomez.
Yeah, Louis Gomez.
I wouldn't class him as a workout guy.
Isn't he? I thought he was
He's
like-
probably stronger than he looks.
He's like, I would assume that he trains. Like
But by looking at
fighting.
him, Louis J. Gomez.
Yeah.
I know he does, but let's not be on it like he's a specimen.
Well, I'm not saying
He's
that
a mess,
but he
but
does.
he's a strong mess. I'm
He's-
sure.
he's-
He
I
does
thought- yeah.
exercise. Yeah.
So I beat him, and then what's crazy is Big J was the one, as like the whole thing's over, Big J just did it and held it up for 30 seconds, and we were like, oh.
Well, I'm sure Big J is a strong guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you don't look at him as like a specimen.
That's right.
Yeah.
How much was the weight?
30 pounds.
And you
You
hold
could-
it straight out?
Straight out for as long as you can. I think I held it for like 15 seconds.
You think you could do that?
Not for 30 seconds, no.
How long?
Hour.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
That's really, really great. That's really great. How's
I'm very strong going that way.
I'm surprisingly fit. I guess I could run a 7-minute mile like that.
Can you?
Easy.
Is that what you want to point out when like how is the battle with you and Tom Segura?
It's been aggressive.
It has been
Why?
aggressive,
Is he
right?
trying to get in shape and you're trying to get in better shape?
No. We're just fat shaming each other.
You don't know about the Bert is fat battle?
Oh, I did hear about that, yeah.
It's been.
I don't think you're fat.
Thank you.
I'm lying.
That should be a soundbite. I'm lying.
Yeah, because last I heard about it was when I spoke to Tom in L.A., and that would have been probably August, maybe.
It caught.
I mean,
Traction.
Tom said it got so serious that he had to call you and be like, "Dude, like, I hope you're not taking any of this personally." And you were like, "Go fuck yourself. You're not going to be sympathetic. You're not going to be a nice guy now."
No, he said.
No.
He goes. He's like, me and Doug Benson had like a weird, awkward podcast one time.
Why weird and awkward?
It was because I don't know.
Were you mad at each other?
Yeah. It was live, and a lot of people saw it, and Doug and I had to like apologize and figure each other out, and it was fine. We're all fine.
Wait. What started it, though?
I brought out 100 burgers. I bought 100 burgers.
As a gift for the movie podcast?
Yeah. It's like I know. Yeah. Well, I just brought him out. He told me not to, and I just was. I did. I already
did.
Why
I'd
did he
already-
say not to?
Because he didn't want him out there, and so I was just like,
He
I
probably
didn't
figured.
hear it.
So, like Doug on his movie podcast, they throw donuts.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
So I would imagine that he probably thought it would be total chaos and he'd lose control if there were 100 burgers.
I think-
then
Yes, sure,
it would just be a
sure,
massive
yeah.
food fight.
I
Maybe.
think, I think that, and they do serve food there, so it kind of cuts into like a comedy club does serve food. So me giving everyone a burger kind of defeats that.
They're like, there's
What kind of
100
burgers
burgers
were
right
they?
there.
From Burger King.
You went to Burger King and just bought 100 burgers?
I bought 100 burgers. I landed on the plane. I was a little buzzed. I went straight to Burger King. First, I called Five Guys, and they said, you should call Burger King. And so I went to Burger King. I bought 100 burgers. I then went.
What do you have to call in advance and say I'm coming to pick them up?
Yeah, and they go, I don't know if we can do that. And I go, my name's Bert Kreischer. Google me. And so they Googled me, and I go, that's me. And they're like, the machine? And I go, yup. I go, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And then he's like, we'll start making them. And so I got there, and they had 100 burgers waiting for me. I brought them in. And it did not go well. The podcast is, you can get it. Doug put a paywall behind it, so you got to pay $1. You can listen to it. It is fascinating. If you are a fan of comedy, or you're a fan of Doug's or a fan of mine, it is fucking
Are you
fascinating.
just sniping at each other the whole time?
Oh, no. It's
Much worse than that.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Wow.
You walked out with 100 burgers in what, a bag?
In a bag.
And what did he say?
And it killed. It killed, but Doug did not want it to happen. Doug's listening, by the way. Doug Benson's listening to this.
he
right
listens
now.
love
to the
that
show.
guy.
Yeah. He just texted me. So I walked. Doug, feel free to call in. So I walk in with the burgers. It kills. We do some bits. I also steamroll it. I'm not listening. I'm buzzed. So I'm like fucking just being Bert. And then Doug at one point goes, fine, and walks off stage. You just do the show, Bert. And he goes off stage. I think he's joking. I go back to get him, and I realize he's very not joking. He's like really upset, and I'm like, "Fuck, I fucked up."
So wait, you were just talking while he's trying to get the movie questions out?
I was just fucking steamrolling it.
I would assume before he walked off his own show, he probably gave you a couple warnings to please stop talking.
Yeah,
he did, right?
They went unheard.
Oh, so he's trying to ask movie questions, and what were you doing?
No, it was. I wouldn't even let him get to the questions. It was just. I was trying to be funny. That's definitely like me and Doug did a podcast about this. If you want to hear that, it's on my podcast. It's Doug Loves Bert. And we talked about all of this. I was trying to be funny. I like the chaos of Doug Loves movies. The gameplay is not necessarily my favorite part.
Right.
But I like the chaos of it. I love when TJ Miller's on or Pete Holmes.
But
I
then
love that.
Doug was like, but I understand that you love that, but it's Doug Loves movies, so it's not going to, Bert's not going to come and create his own show.
You don't need to get crazy. Everybody's looking around. What's the hullabaloo?
That was a sound clip. That wasn't actually Jim saying that.
Right.
So then I talked to Doug off stage, and I realized he's upset, and I go, I should go home. And then my brain goes, no, you shouldn't. You should walk through this showroom shirtless. That'll fix things. And so I did that, and Doug really got upset.
Well, because you bring the attention back to yourself.
I know.
You were shirtless in the room while he's trying to do a movie podcast?
Yeah.
So
well,
here's
the way
how
you say it like that, Jimmy. I mean,
Don't you come in my hand, you cocksucker. I'll rip it off.
So here's the scenario. Doug is trying to do Doug Loves movies. So we start with Bert Kreischer bringing 100 hamburgers on stage that Doug has expressly asked him not to do.
Right.
He then steamrolls him and talks throughout the whole show. Doug walks off. Bert realizes Doug is pissed, and instead of just being like, okay, and cooling out, he takes his shirt off and starts marching around the room.
Did that go over with
that
Doug?
didn't go over very well.
Did the crowd like you or no?
Yeah, the crowd was mixed. Is like I think everyone was like they didn't know it was a joke. They thought it was a bit. They didn't know that Doug was really upset. And then Doug said very plainly, if you want to be a part of the show, then come up here and fucking rebound. But I can't have you do this. I want to do this show. And so I went up hat in hand and tried my hardest to rebound. I legit.
Did you feel like embarrassed?
Definitely.
You were Doug scolded you literally okay, all kidding aside, if you don't want to get thrown off this show, come up here.
Did the inside of your face get warm?
And I'm shirtless.
So you had to walk back up and put a shirt on?
So like his
Left
whole
it off?
Sat there, sad nipples.
his whole face and chest and belly are all red from embarrassment.
Oh no.
And so I tried my hardest to rebound, and then I don't.
Did you rebound, do you think?
No.
Did you win the game?
No, I didn't finish.
Who else was on?
I left the show. I don't remember.
You left the show?
I left the show because the rebound wasn't going to happen.
Right.
It was, and I think I'm being fair about this. I had done such damage that the other guests on the show didn't feel like they wanted to definitely make sure that I knew that they didn't like me.
Okay, who else was on?
Jeff Tate and another guy. I don't know the other guy's name.
Jeff Tate from
It's Queensryche.
Okay, yeah.
It's not the same Jeff Tate.
No, yeah, the singer.
No, there's a comedian.
There's a comedian named Jeff Tate. Yeah.
And so I got my feelings hurt. Jeff and I got into a little bit of a tiff.
Oh no, what happened? What did Jeff say?
Oh, I don't know, Jim. Why are we doing this?
I'm curious.
I'm interested too.
It's interesting.
Jeff was just not. He was not happy. He's not happy with me, and he just was.
You guys look alike.
Yeah, we kind of.
Jeff is a very sweet guy, sweet guy,
nice
but he gets mad too. Like when he came and did my show a while back, and he just started going off on. He's very liberal. He's very left, and so he started talking about it, and then he also started talking about Anthony, and the fans just fucking crucified him.
And he's not the kind of person.
Was he not an Anthony fan?
He's not an Anthony fan.
No, and I didn't realize that until we started the conversation. And I was like, "This is going to end."
And he's the kind of person that would not bite his tongue.
Right, and he didn't.
And
well, he shouldn't bite his tongue. I mean, you should say what you want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe in this forum, you'd be like, if you had words.
Maybe not tackle that subject.
Yeah.
Maybe do something else.
So, but
did he think Anthony should have been fired? Or he didn't even get into that?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. But Twitter fucking destroyed him, and Anthony went on his show and destroyed him.
He did? Okay.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Okay.
It was Matt.
How did I? Okay, it was.
It was Matt.
I don't know how I missed all this.
This is me, Pete Holmes, and TJ Miller. But I love when Doug's show gets chaotic. And so anyway, Doug and Jeff were kind of just tagging me. They were like making fun of me, and everyone was getting big laughs. And I think my feelings got hurt. And once again, I was drunk.
So you and Jeff got into it?
Yeah, Jeff and I definitely got it. We haven't spoken since.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a real argument. What did you say back? Like, did you think that he was right? Like, you fucked up?
No, I thought I mean I can say this because I said it on the podcast.
Sure.
But I thought he was my friend, and I thought he would, in that moment of humiliation, that he would help me out of it. But he didn't. I think he was still upset that I was so loud, and he wanted to kind of finish me off.
He's mad at you.
And I got my feelings hurt, and I said the same to Doug, and then Doug called me the next day, and he's like, "Let's hang out, let's figure this out." We did a podcast, it's like a 3-hour podcast of me and Doug in a hotel room.
Oh boy, that must be great.
Trying to figure out if we're going to be friends again.
Oh, all right.
That actually does sound great.
And then it's a really, because it starts off and I go, I didn't know the cheeseburger's that big of a deal. And he's like, they were. And it was like,
and it just goes.
It just goes. And we figured out, Doug and I are totally cool. And I might be, he was texting me about doing another Doug Loves Movies possibly.
That's
and
exciting.
I've done them since.
But you and Jeff Tate are not cool.
I haven't talked to him since.
Wow. But you don't know. Maybe you are cool. You just haven't talked to him.
Yeah, I don't hate Jeff. I've known Jeff a long time.
Yeah.
And my feelings were hurt, and I didn't want to talk to him at the time. I don't hate Jeff, and I don't.
Does he hate you?
I think he might. He might. I can't help it, man. I cast a large wake, and
Well, you make an impact. Positive or negative. People love you. People hate you.
People hate me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And there's a lot of people that hate me.
Yeah. Are there? Who else hates you?
We're not getting into this game.
I
Who
want
else
to know.
hates you? I can't imagine anybody hating you.
I love you. Roland loves you, I think. I just saw him walking around. He loves
There's
you.
a lot of people that hate me.
Why?
I don't know, man. Because I'm loud and I fucking don't realize I do things, and like I don't realize what I'm doing or the impact I'm having. Or
Do you correct your behavior, or do you be like,
I'm very self-correcting.
You are?
Yeah, 100%.
That's good.
Like I try to be sweet and nice to everyone, but sometimes, there are people that have their own issues where I'm not saying this is Jeff, but they have their own issues, and when they see someone being loud and having a good time, taking his shirt off and drinking beers, all their shit comes into them.
Yeah.
And they're like, how come, why is this, why, I don't want to do that. Or maybe they don't want to do that. Or maybe they don't like guys that do that. The party's all about this guy. You can't just fucking hang out and have a normal time. Why does he got to stand on the bar?
Right. Right.
And I like
That's what you like to do.
You're
like
saying
big
your
moments.
loud, verbose nature turns people off.
yeah.
And then, so the other podcast drama, and this isn't actually drama, it's just something that exploded. This is what we were talking about a minute ago with listeners to Segura's podcast, is he started saying Bert's fat. He started making jokes, Bert is fat. And then the audience, his podcast audience, Segura's, just started going nuts.
Well, that's what I was getting to. Doug and I had this incident.
Yes.
I called Segura to talk to Segura about it. I got to this bar immediately after I went to the hotel bar, and I sat down. First thing I said to the lady, I go, I'm going to talk to you for a couple seconds. Do I sound drunk? And she's like, no. I was like, perfect.
One time I said to somebody, I'm not as think as you drunk I am. Fucking place went crazy.
It's a T-shirt, Jim. You never said that to anyone.
Kills.
No, it doesn't. It didn't even kill in this room.
It's fucking hilarious.
Bert gave you a laugh that said, why would you interrupt my story for that?
Because I want to just interject a little humor in it. Bert knows. He's mad that I upstaged him with that great joke.
Oh, is that what
Yeah,
it
of
was?
He doesn't like it. I just cheeseburgered him.
yeah, you did.
I cheeseburgered him with a great joke. With a great joke. I'm not as think as you drunk I am. Think about it. You get it on the way home.
Oh, you know what? I just got it. That
Drunk
actually is
about it.
very funny.
Drunk about it.
Drunk and the think. It should
There
be
you are.
reversed. That's very, very good.
So I called Tom.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, I need to talk to you. And he just goes, I am so sorry. And I'm like, not calling about that. I go, about what? He goes, you don't know? I go, no, I don't. I go, that's not why I'm calling. He goes, well, before you start your thing, don't go online. And I was like, why? And he goes, Christina and I were making jokes about you being fat. And it's taken off into like a really insane place. And I go online and I was like, we'll talk about Doug Benson later. What the fuck is this? It was like, I've never had anything go viral where it's just,
Right.
it's like thousands of tweets coming in. And on my phones, I got on my computer and when it says like, you're on the app mentions and it'll go 77 replies. You're like, to what?
Yeah.
And it just took the fuck off. My agent called me. He's like, hey, you're trending. I was like, what? And he's like, fat shaming. It's you, Amy Schumer, and Kesha.
Because Tom Segura was fat shaming Bert Kreischer.
And it was, I mean, it was, they had like these parody accounts that were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And it just was so, and then he started feeling really bad because once you get, look, we can all be, joke about fat shaming. I think if you talk to Amy about it, who's dealt with it, here's the crazy thing. I got thick skin, but after I get like 1,000 of these tweets, and I am kind of overweight, it starts sitting in your head, and you're like, fuck, man, I am a fat. And then you start hearing it starts breaking down the wall slowly and slowly and slowly. You're like, your self-esteem gets into the shitter. And Segura can see it, and he's like, dude, I'll call him off. I go, no. You're fucking not going out there like my mom in her apron, like, he's got asthma, let him up. I was like, I'm fucking taking this one to the chin.
Yeah.
And I was like,
To your chins.
and then Segura ends up going on doing his morning TV shows to promote his gigs.
Yeah, he goes on this stupid character DJ Dadmouth.
Yeah,
and he just and he gives. I don't know how he fucking does it. When I do fucking morning TV, it's some bullshit interview that I have no control over. He goes in and gives them questions to ask them.
Where they go like, "Is there anything you want us to ask about?" And he goes, "Yes. Could you ask me why Bert Kreischer is so fat?"
And then the woman fucks my name up.
She goes, well, Tom Segura is here, DJ Dadmouth, blah blah blah. Tom, why is Bert Kreischer so fat?
And so everyone started calling me Burnt Chrysler.
What is DJ Dadmouth?
Tom
Segura's character.
This non sequitur character it's only funny in the sense that you go, what the fuck, man? It's out of nowhere.
It's
like,
great. I believe Tom Segura is actually coming in this week, so we'll be able to talk to him about it.
Yeah, you can't rely too heavily on a character.
You're saying that?
Look, this is DJ Dadmouth, and these guys are like game. If I can't,
I thought that was a character, but that's a real guy.
This
he
is
does
Tom.
it. Okay,
That's Tom Bean.
I have experience.
No, this is.
More on my DJing, so the comedy's kind of like something on the side now. I just really, it's all.
We don't have any time to watch the whole thing today, but yeah, this is the one he got pissed. They got pissed at him for.
They did?
The anchor gets pissed at him because this is where he said he's not gender binary anymore.
Is that gender binary?
Right. He's doing away with it.
Yeah. So it's
Man.
we made Bert is fat, Tom is fat shirts.
oh, wait a minute. Is that Florida?
River City?
Yeah, I've done that fucking show.
You like it?
Yeah, they were nice. I think I did one of the very
Jacksonville?
first episodes they had.
Jacksonville?
Might have been, yeah.
So Bert is fat and Tom is fat T-shirts went on sale.
And they sold out.
Both of them?
Nope. we had
Which one sold out?
Bert is fat. He had to reorder. Like he was like I'm gonna hold off on the reorder. They're still coming in.
How is the Tom is fat shirts?
We got them. They're available. we're in stock. All sizes.
All sizes?
All sizes are in stock.
Okay. No. So what if there's like a big order of them? Will you be fine?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could theoretically buy 500 of them, and they'll be here tomorrow.
So no problem with that stock.
And everyone, like, I go to clubs. I went to comics at the Mohegan Sun, and everyone was wearing Bert is fat shirts. The whole staff.
Real nice.
Yeah.
Real nice. Well, listen, Bert, I'm glad you stopped by.
This is fun.
Yeah.
I've been excited to see this.
Yeah. Well, if you're out in LA while we're out there,
I'm out there.
Yeah.
You guys, what are you doing? It in the mornings?
we'll do it, but we'll do it 8 to 11 your time.
Yeah.
So it's not 5. It's not 5 to 8.
We would love to do your podcast.
I would love to have you guys on my
I
podcast.
just
Are you
invited
fucking
us.
serious?
I just
Yeah.
invited
Oh,
us
I'd love
on.
that. Please, definitely.
We'll definitely do it.
Oh, that'll be fucking great.
Good. All right. So we'll see you next week.
I'll see you guys
I've
next
never
week.
done your podcast with anyone.
Ooh, the house will be done. You guys can see the house.
Ooh. I did your podcast once with Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Remember me, you, and Mick did it.
Me and you and Roland did one.
Me, you, and but that was here in New York.
And we had to edit out stuff that now would be very interesting for listeners.
Like what?
All right, well, we'll talk to you about it later.
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember what was said.
Was stuff about the show breaking up?
Predicting that the show would probably break up.
Yeah.
Oh, why would that be edited out? That's great.
No, because
I mean, at the time, it's a little
time,
sensitive, and I was still the producer of the show. Like,
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Was this
Seems
Opie and
weird.
Anthony or just Opie and Jim?
Opie and Anthony.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, man. I was a huge Opie and Anthony fan.
Yeah.
I would love that show, man. I still listen to old replays to this day.
I listened to one yesterday. Somebody sent me a link, and I forgot about it. It's like you forget bits. And it was me and Aunt talking about your wedding. And there was a hurricane. So it was like, would you cancel your outdoor wedding for a hurricane? And then I was asking if you would. The question was, what would cause you to cancel your wedding? And I asked, would you cancel the wedding if you caught someone molesting a child in the bathroom? And Anthony and I had a really good time with that.
You did,
dude.
Were you off to the races after that one?
I listened to it twice yesterday. I never listen to old bits. I listened to it twice because we were joking about, of course, the specifics about the little suit pants being pulled down, and then
of course
I said something about because they would just see the little feet dangling. It looked like people would think a ventriloquist was taking a shit. And then Anthony said, "How come your dummy only says ow?" Dude, I fucking screamed listening to that yesterday. It's
great.
God, that was a funny bit.
I listened to the day that this is a little morbid, but the day Patrice passed, and you guys came
All
in
the
and talked.
comedians?
Oh,
and
man.
I was howling.
That was when we
laughing.
announced that he died, yeah.
Yeah, when Bobby's in the room and everyone's making fun of throwing a dinner roll, and
that was when David Tell made maybe the funniest joke I've ever heard on the show.
Yeah.
Where he said, "Come on, people, I don't even want
We
to."
were trying to get donations or something. He goes, "Come on, people, we got something about an extra large, a purple suit and an extra large coffin to buy."
It was Colin Quinn. Here's the crazy part: is in the middle of it, I jacked off because it was playing this 3-hour thing, and porn came up, and I started watching porn, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna jack off, but it's the audio's still playing in the background, so if WikiLeaks has that. It's a video of me jacking off to Patrice's memorial because you don't see the porn. I cut the audio on the porn so I can hear the thing.
It's really gross.
But yeah,
really bad.
it was. Yeah, I still listen to those old shows.
That's awesome, man. Well, you can listen. You can watch a new show on November 11th.
November
on
11th.
Showtime.
On Showtime, 11/11 to 10 p.m. The Machine.
Right.
11/11 to 10 p.m. If you ever wanted to hear me tell the story about the Russian mafia, I can't imagine that you haven't. It's
But this is the final one. This is the quintessential telling of that story.
This is the best version of that story that I have ever told, and it is done. After this, I'm done.
Amazing.